Devraj, hi, I have two questions. Not sure if it's worth a video. The first question, how does PTSD manifest or interact or perhaps cause muscle armor? I ask because many of the symptoms of PTSD will show up in different character types, but just very simply, they aren't embodied, lack or limit in emotional expression, etc. The second question is regarding transcendental meditation. I saw a video where a study was done on PTSD victims in a war torn country. Within 1 month of the practice, most no longer met the criteria for PTSD. So I was wondering how TCM affects trauma or emotional expression or release. And then muscle armor. I could guess that somehow transcending the conscious mind helps resolve conflicts, just my guess. Okay, so first thing to say is that I'm not really not an expert on PTSD. It's more like a clinical diagnosis. I think if someone, what used to be called affect, a certain type of affect, like they look traumatized, shocked, out of it, whatever, then yes, you can use body-based therapy techniques to help them, but you have to be gentle and move in gently. So, it's a complex kind of relationship between these psychiatric conditions and how they're hypothesized, how they're envisioned by the mind, and how I work with the body, which is much more about simply feeling the body and expanding the amount that you can feel the body. It's not a perfect crossover, and it probably never will be. Second question, transcendental meditation with PTSD. I'm a bit skeptical about TCM. I did do it a bit once when I was much, much younger. But I think that the danger, it's a mantra meditation technique, as far as I know, from the Maharishi, originally slightly, possibly dubious character back in the 60s and 70s. But I think, the issue with TCM, as they tend to call it, and you call it, is that it can dissociate you from the sense of the body. So it may produce, a temporary relief of the symptoms, but that's not really been achieved in a particularly healthy, in my opinion, way. So, and there's no exact kind of formula with these things. You can't always say TCM might be what someone really needs for a while, but there is a tendency with these mantra meditations, they're trying to get the mind into a different state, to create a transcendent state. But in so doing, it may be that you simply dissociated from the sense of the body. So those would be my answers about PTSD. Thank you for the question.